Pray it goes well this time.
Good evening, my brother.
Ladipo. FUNMI Ajila. I know you like to add Ajila. You don't want us to delete Ajila. No problem. Mrs. FUNMI Ajila-Ladipo. Okay, good evening, and it's my pleasure to welcome you on this program. But before we go on, we have a protocol, and the protocol is that we're celebrating your achievement. You're a great Nigerian, a great African. We've done a couple of shows together beyond Nigeria, and everybody respects your work. You've made so many dresses for me over time. And the one I like to talk about is the wedding dress for my wife. On December 19, 1992, she wore your wedding dress to the church, and she looked fabulous. Thank you so much. So we'll play a song that we believe you will like. After that, then we'll come back and do the proper introductions. Thank you. Okay. So what? To take you down memory lane, Yes. But I'm sure we start firing the questions. FUNMI Ajila-Ladipo is a master of creativity and innovation, having repeatedly transformed herself and the Nigerian creative industry. She's currently the creative director of Regalia International and a former president of the Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria, FADAN. Congratulations. I was part of the ceremony last Sunday when you handed over to the new president. Congratulations on a job well done. She founded Regalia by formerly known Regalia International in 1987, which is an haute couture fashion line. Over the years, she reinvented the brand and introduced accessories and affordable ready-to-wear line. FUNMI Ajila from Ekiti State. Yes, Ekiti State. They read too much in that place. Because of her role in the enhancement of Nigerian culture, she was made an ambassador for culture and tourism to the state. She studied textile design at the Yaba College of Technology before working with popular brands like La Banana, Sophisticat, and Mofeche. We'll be talking about all of them in the course of this program. Award in the year 1989 from our first individual collection and has since won many awards. She has then continued to win multiple awards with popular names, and her connections locally and internationally has done extremely well. FUNMI designs ready-to-wear collections for both women, men, and kids. She also designs high-end couture pieces and customizations for individual clients. So yes, I've experienced that personally. Some of our well-known clients are the richest woman in Africa, Mrs. Florence Alakija. I mean, you can see mommy dresses so well. Honorable Abike Dabiri and Chief Mrs. Awoshika. Inventing designs. One very trend she created and started in Nigeria was Ankara patching, which has grown to become a worldwide trend. Our designs are artistic and unconventional, with great attention to details. Many describe our designs as a true show of class. FUNMI has created costumes for films, stage plays, and large shows, some of which are the Kanekalon Air Fiber Collection, Ovation Paper Collection. Wow, that was beautiful. In New York, Paris, Japan, the host and talk at fashion seminars and workshops around the world. Aside from the fashion industry, FUNMI is passionate about the youth empowerment. Therefore, she spends a large number of her time facilitating and hosting programs to train and sponsor our youth in the creative industry. She's a strong believer in supporting the Nigerian local and small-scale businesses, which is why most of her design tell you she is a God-fearing woman. So please help me give a loud ovation to Mrs. FUNMI Ajila-Ladipo. That was quite a profile.
Thank you.
So can you tell us, all the time for you?
Good evening, viewers, beautiful viewers. Good evening, my brother, Chief Dele Momodu. You've always been there, like I said. You're a good person yourself.
Thank you.
You know how to identify people like you. Well, my name is FUNMI Ajila-Ladipo. First and foremost, I'm a designer. I'm a trained designer. I was born in Ekiti State. I was not born in Lagos. And I came to Lagos with my parents at a very early age. And I started off, I went to the Our Lady of Apostles private school, Yaba. And from Our Lady of Apostles, I went to Evadilaja. From there, I went to the Federal School of Art and Science. And then from there, I went to the Yaba College of Technology, where I studied fashion. I'm the first child of my parents. I have a brother, and I have about five sisters. And I'm a passionate person. I started off very early with my work. When I left school, I became the designer of the year, 1987-88. I was the best designer in Nigeria at that time. I was quite young, very, very young. I remember quite well, my mom bought me 2 machines. Kudos to my mom. She bought me 2 machines from Singer. And from the 2 machines, I grew passionately to almost about 50 machines. And I can tell you, I'm a very, I love what I do. Passion is my life. Passion is my business. I'm proud of it. I'm a passionate person. I'm a hardworking person. I'm very detailed and I'm very creative. I'm very, very disciplined. A lot of people don't really know that about me, but I'm very, very disciplined. There's certain things I won't do, and there's certain things I will do. I'm not 100% holy, I'm not 100% holy, but I'm like any other person out there. But I love what I do. I love my job. I love my job. And I believe that the passion that I've given to, that job, that's what has brought me to where I am today. And like I say to a lot of people, when when you understand what you're doing passionately and you keep at it, it's going to look like magic to people who don't understand. And for me, Rome was not built today. I don't fall into maybe the sharp generation. I fall into hardworking generation. And I'm a lover of people. I love people around me. I love positive people. I love people who can push you forward. And God has been faithful to me. I'm in the choir in my church as well. I sing. So I try as much as possible to really expand all that the Lord has put on the inside of me. Because it's all about God. Without me, without God, I'm nothing. He gave me all that I have. He gave me the strength. He gave me the midway at a very early age. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I can be called a child of God. That's more important to me than any other thing. Well,
so,
roughly,
okay.
I guess.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I was going to take you back, growing up. About how old were you when you arrived Lagos from Ekiti?
I was, I can't really remember. I was quite young because my parents were in Canada. So I had to stay with my grandmother, myself and my brother. So we had to stay with my grandmother. And that was, I think, I or something.
So what was it like growing up in Lagos at that time? I mean, you are discovering Lagos for the first time. What was there like a culture shock compared to Ekiti, where you were coming from?
Well, I can't really remember. I can't really remember most things, but the only thing I remember, because my parents, my parents were abroad. My father, my mother, they were abroad, and they just came back. And I've been living with my grandmother, with my brother. They're very, very detailed. They're well read. If you know the Ekiti people, they're well read. And just one of the things I remembered was sitting on the dining table, and my mom had all the cutleries on the table, and then she had a little bowl like that, which was meant for eggs, and you have to eat an egg every morning. So for me, it was strange. It was strange. So most of the time, I would dodge the egg, But my mom would come after us, and my brother and I, and say, "Look, I kept an egg for you. You must take egg. You must take custard." And then there was one little thing that we usually have on the table. You have to have a little, I've forgotten the name now. It's like eggs of. I can't even remember the tiny thing like that, but you have to take it, and then you have to take your Sunday medicine. So it was like, oh my God, everything was strange.
Diaprim. It was called diaprim.
Everything was, yes, everything was kind of strange to me. And then when you're on the table, you have to make sure you have to make sure there's a table rule. You have to follow the table rule, So those were quite strange for me. growing up, because coming from,
where you were having pounded yam.
Well, my grandmother, we were actually living as if we were in Lagos, but the only thing was that we didn't have a table. We didn't have, a big table like that, and then everybody would have to sit. Everything was well did because of the kind of family, I come from. They're very, very educated. They're very, very educated. We might not have, all the fast life and all the tables, like that, but we still maintained. We were like ajabotas, even even in Ekiti, we were like ajabotas. So it was.
So at what stage did you discover your creativity? Did you realize that you were artistic? You had such talent?
From my mother, my mother, very, very good mothers who keep an eye on their children. My mom said something to me. She said, I was at that time, I just finished my school SAT. I was going to go to Federal School of Arts and Science, and I was really young. When I was young, before she traveled with my dad, because they were quite young when they traveled to Canada, that a young man came, to the house. She said she was just sitting down, and a young man came and said, the man took the cup of water, and lo and behold, I walked down to my mom. I was beside my mom, and the man looked at me after drinking the water and said, your child is going to be a tailor.
Wow.
I was really, my mom remembered. I didn't remember. She said I was quite young. That was before she traveled. And she said she just took the cup from the man and said, my child is going to be a tailor in a family where you see friends, my daughter is going to be a tailor. She said she took the cup from him. And, by the time she turned back, the man was nowhere to be found. So it took my mom almost about 20 years to remember. Then she said to me, FUNMI, I remember you're always, you draw all over the house. You're always taking my, clothes, you cut it, you do all sorts of things to it. There's literary and debating society. You're there, why don't you go to Yaba College of Technology to study fashion? And that was where the journey started.
Wow. So
thank God for good mothers. And I think because of that, she passed what they say. He wanted me to read law. And he was pushing me and pushing me. I was to go to University of Ife for law, and then all of a sudden my admission came. And my mom just pushed me. She pushed me in and said, no, come on, go. And by the time I entered Yaba College of Technology, it was like the school has been waiting for me. Anybody who knew us at that, and Dele is in Cotonou, Ebele Chukuma, and a couple of us like that, when you see us, you know that these are the fashion people, So that was how the whole thing, started. And the minute, and there was this drive on the inside of me, and of course, I excelled in everything I did in the school. It was like the school was just waiting for me. Everything was just right. It was just like, it's time. God just planted and put everything in place. And the minute I left College of Technology, I was still passionate. I wanted to know more about fashion. And that was how I met Princess Folawiyo and Tiaba. And she just adopted me, like a child. And I go to the factory. That was one factory that, and you see me, I'm always going there. And, one of the days, I just said, oh, Mom, I saw, an advert in the papers, fashion, designers, for Nigeria if for a contest or something. And she said, "Oh, yeah, sure. I believe you can do it. You're very creative because my drawings are like trying to make a dress that can fly, try to make things that are just out of it." And she saw that because she's a very creative woman as well. She's a very, very creative woman, and she said, "Look, there's that desire, on the inside of me." And since then, she's been like a mother to me, and that was why I said, "Look, Mom, I need to go for this fashion, show, and she said, yeah, for me, why not? And she said, "What do you need?" I said, "Mommy, I need this, She said, "Bring it to my factory. You're going to make it in my factory. Draw it." I drew it. She laughed when she saw the clothes. She laughed. She said, "How are you going to achieve this?" I said, "Mom, we're going to achieve it." But she helped me. She said, "No, for me, you're going to use this. You're going to use that. This is what you're going to use." And I still just brought a lot of people, that were like, she made my wedding dress. Because I told her, I said, "Mommy, I want to have a wedding dress in Ashoke." And she made my wedding dress in Ashoke. And, she's a part of the family now. My parents, everybody in my home, they call her my, that pushed, that helped me. I grew up looking at all of them. I grew up, following them. I grew up, looking at the way they do things. And somehow, God just sorted me out from there.
Oh, wow. So what does it entail going to a fashion school? Could you describe maybe to any of our viewers who may be interested, when you go to a fashion school, what does it add to your creativity?
Well, first and foremost, you need to have a basic knowledge of anything you want to go into. If you don't have a basic knowledge of it, it's like a waste of time, really. Going to the College of Technology, going to a fashion school, it helps to polish that creativity that is born on the inside of you. It helps to brings out, it propels it, and it helps to bring it out. And it polishes it. That's what I would just say. It polishes it because you're exposed to so many things. You're exposed to modeling, you're exposed to textile designing, you're exposed to drawing, still life drawing, you're exposed to pattern making, you're exposed to anything. So it breaks it down for you. And the fashion school, what it does for you, it helps you pick that path that you really desire to follow. Because in the fashion industry, it has a whole lot of departments. They have a whole lot of, there's so many things. It's like they have a lot of sub skills. There's so many things that you can do. You don't have to sew. You don't have to be on the machine to be a machinist. You can be an illustrator. You can be you can go into photography. You can go into measurement taking. There's so many things that you can do. You can go into embellishment. You can go into craft. There's so much to do. You can go into pattern drafting. So you can actually pick a particular section. You can actually pick something and say, okay, this is what I would like to do in the fashion, because parts of the craft is the bead making. You can go into bead making. You can go into shoe making. You can go into embellishment. You don't have to sew, but I can make my clothes and bring it to you, and then you can help me design it. Or you can actually, and then from the paper, it goes into who is going to try. So it just exposes you. It exposes you and it helps you. It breaks it down for you so that you're not stuck when the time comes. You see, for me now, during this COVID, I was able to sit back. Most of the workers were not working. I was able to sit back and say, okay, I want to start. I'm going to do masks. I'm going to do. So it's it just exposes a lot of things to you, and it gives you options. It gives you options.
Now, what inspires your designs?
Nature.
Okay.
Nature, and it just comes. Sometimes it just comes. When I look at something, when I look at something, when I make a dress, when I make a pattern, a particular pattern, I can manipulate it and bring out almost about 10 to 20 designs out of it. It just comes. I believe that God gives me. I believe it's from God, not from anywhere. I believe it's nature. I look at things, I look at objects, I look at the surrounding. I just look, and things, it just comes like that. It just comes. It's like when you have it on the inside of you, you don't need to struggle. It comes naturally. I'm happy. I'm happy when I have to make clothes, when I have to do something, or when a particular design comes, and the customer comes and says, "Look, I just want to look stunning. I just want to look this." It challenges my brain, and then you see me come up with something that is, it just comes. It just comes. And maybe from the works that I've done before, I manipulate. I'm able to manipulate. I'm able to, bring out something else. From one design, I can. From one design, I can do 20.
You like your colors, loud or subtle?
Yeah.
Very loud, very wild, and all that. So
yeah, because he uses batik.
Yes, he uses a lot
and
of
then,
that.
the batik, and the batik, they have a lot of wild colors like that.
Yes, wow.
Colors. I don't like subtle. I don't like subtle color.
Okay.
No. I like
colorful.
I like colors that challenges my brain. I like something that tells the story of what I do. I like it a little bit. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't have to
ask me, Dele, why do you like feminine colors? I said, go and ask FUNMI Ajila. Because you made all kinds of colors, but I love them. And ovation, of course, must be loud. So you created a very loud brand. That was very good. I will always thank you for that. Very important, just like in my own world of publishing, the business of fashion. A lot of designers have come and they have disappeared. So how have you managed?
Well, how have I managed to stick around? Passion has kept me. The business side of fashion, I am struggling with it. I must say I am struggling with it because Nigeria is a very strong country to do business. And most of the time, most of us, we don't have how can I say it? Well, for someone like me, I'm more in the creative. I'm more a creative person. So most of the time, I bring in people to help me manage the business side of it. I tell you, because half of the they need people to help them organize the books.
They don't have time for business.
There's no time. It's usually my daughters were too out there. But the most important thing is that even in the midst of you going into the business, you have to separate it. The essence of you going into business is for you to be able to make money to pay your salaries. In as much as I'm passionate, very passionate about it, there are bills that have to be paid. You have to pay tax, you have to pay rent, you have to buy fabrics, you have to buy the things that you use for the business. So you still need to make money from that.
Wow.
It's not very easy for someone like me. It's not very easy because half of the time I'm in the factory, and most of the time I like to make people look so good that I forget that my daughter comes and says, "Mommy, how did you do this? How are you going to you didn't make any gain from this. You made the dress
because you were more interested in the creative aspect of it.
And then it gives me so much joy that people are wearing my clothes. I'm happy about joy, doing it. So most of the time you see a lot of charity.
Wow. Wow. Before we continue, you won't believe it. We've done about 36 minutes already. We'll play some music. Wow. And then we'll come back very soon. Yes. Okay. You carry me when some carry their God. You feel me low when some feel their God. You fought for me when some fell for the ground. Jesus, you know they use me play. You know they use me play. You carry me when some carry their load. You feel me love when some feel their load. Jesus, you know they use me play. You know they use me Yes, I can see you in the spirit. I knew that was going to get you. Yes, yes, yes. We thank God always, always. You know,
Always.
now I wanted to ask you some of your best recollections from the beginning. Can you give us stage by stage, step by step, you know, your trajectory in fashion? You started from, was it Surulere you were at the beginning? Or where were you?
No, Ilupeju.
You were in Ilupeju, okay, then to Toyin, or around Toyin Street.
Yes. We started off from Ilupeju. And at that time, I started off with just 2 machines. It grew to, and from Ilupeju, we moved to Ikoyi. And then from Ikoyi, we moved to Ikeja. And in Ikeja, and then from Ikeja.
Apprenticeship. So where did you serve your apprenticeship?
I served with fascination. I served with fascination, and they call it IT. They call it IT. I started with fascination, and then from fascination, also tried, with Labanella, and then Sophisticat. It didn't take me too long. Apparently, when I left school, it didn't take me too long to start my own business because I knew what I was going into, and I wanted to. Actually, a friend of mine, her name is Laureen in Zemiro at that time. She told me, she said, for me, start whichever way, even if it's just few machines, just start.
Yes.
So, and I was ready to face the challenges. I was just ready for it. I was ready for it.
My favorite.
Yeah, she's my she's my big sister, and we're still very, very much connected. Very, very much connected. Yes.
Fantastic. So
she's one of the great.
Yes, go on.
She's one of the greatest designers we have in Nigeria, really. During that one time, there was no Instagram, there was no, so she's one of the greatest designers in Nigeria.
In fact, I still picture very well.
She's one of the most creative designers we have.
Wow.
Very, very creative, very creative.
Johnny, could you, when it was in vogue, and then
my starting off in the local it was like a try and error. I had a lot of beauty pageants. At that time, I made clothes for Oma Sabua. I clothed her for the competition she went for. I clothed Sabina Ume. I clothed there were too many of them.
That was Lagos then.
At that time, I was making Chino Peter's clothes.
Yes.
I made clothes. I was making your clothes. I was making for Mayor. I was making for Auntie. I had the Olo shoes. They were there. At that time, I had a lot of customers. People just, I had a lot of customers. And at that time, I also did, that was the time people that, the contestants that come from outside Nigeria. I really, at that time, my clientele were, my friends, Ibuku Awoshika, one of my, she was my very good friend, and she was my. We make clothes, we sit around together as well. At that time, he was just, he looked at you, they tell you clothes, the candles, all of us, and then the embroidery, At that time, I was also making Dr. Mrs. Aboderi's, Mrs. Aboderi's clothes. The Oshomas, the Augustus, I had some, I started off with, very challenging customers.
With difficult customers, because some customers, hey, you have spoiled my fabric, and then this comes screaming, or some of your tailors, they won't meet them.
Customer, I had, they will call her Alaja with problem. She came with her clothes. She lives in Cotonou and she comes to Nigeria to make her clothes. And when she's coming, she doesn't come with 2-3 fabrics. She comes with almost about 2 suitcases of fabrics, different fabrics. And she's on the slightly big side, very big, and she would jump away from Cotonou. I think she's a top woman in Cotonou. And she would just come like, I remember one day when she came, I had to judge. The woman would sit down for hours as if she doesn't have anything to do. She would ask for food, she would ask for everything. And I'm so accommodating. At the end of the day, most of my customers, they turn out to be my friends. Somehow you just see a bit of counseling. You just see me, no, it's okay, it will be well, and then somehow. It wasn't too easy. It wasn't too easy because some of them were quite, big. Most of them with, the money at that time. They were a little bit on the big side. And they want you to make something that will fit perfectly well. And it's, when people are on the big side, they're clothes they should wear. There's certain clothes that they should wear. There's certain clothes, it can be a little difficult to make you look like a size 12. It's very difficult, but somehow always look for way out of it. Sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't agree, but many of them actually, they have this confidence in me, and they believe that FUNMI knows, what they should wear. And of course, I was younger, and
to do crazy designs and get away with it.
Designs, and then of course, you see all the ruffles, you see all the, like that, oh my God, it was a beautiful time. Every designer was a beautiful time. You will meet a lot of people, but the most important thing is that you have to be kind, you have to be nice to your customers. It's very, very important. It's very, very, you have to make your customers your friend. Somehow, you have to make them your friend. If you want them to keep coming and then you want them to come back, they have to be your friend. You can't treat your customers like trash and they will bring their money and spend. No. It doesn't work out like that. So in Ilupeju, we did a lot of beauty pageant for Silverbird. At that time, I did a lot of beauty pageant clothes for Silverbird, and most beautiful girl in Nigeria and stuff like that. And then for some very top women,
then when you got to Ikoyi,
follow me around. I build relationships. All of them became with ladies, were making their clothes because it was easy access. And then I had no hands.
Even a lot of people going to the airport can easily get
to the airport. Most of the first ladies at that time, we were made to Alamesi at that time. They just and then sometimes we make and then consult with them first, most especially the first ladies, because many of them cannot come out. I consult with them to know what they like, and then from there, it's been a very good journey, really. It's been a very good journey. I'm thankful to all my customers. I'm thankful to
now. there is an aspect, and as you have been the president of the fashion week.
In 2016, we had something we call Clothing the Future. And that was when we gave about 5,000 clothes, sure that all the designers were able to give to the IDP camp. It's very, very important to know what's all glam. It's not glam. It's a whole lot of hard work behind the scenes. We can only help people. The Fashion Designer Association of Nigeria, we try to have things we call soft skill. And we talk to the technologists, the Yaba College of Technology and different, schools where they offer fashion. And we bring these people together. And I'm also been able to be on top of the Lagos State, teaching, they're teaching people, teaching young people who wants to go into dressmaking. And sometimes talk to them, let's cancel them, what's exactly interested, and they work hard. Everybody wants to work to that. You see, a lot of the fashion business is not the place for you to come on. It's not the place for you to come to.
It's tough. I know.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. You have to be ready. After a while, you don't see them anymore. Want to do back and then move. A lot of people are not ready to be skilled. The Twitter, everything is working. So they believe I can copy that style and then run with it. I can do that. But you copy one style, you run with it, then you're stuck. You have to look for another one to copy again. So they give you different reasons why they can't go more detailed. They want to work because they know they have to go back to Papa gets leg tomorrow. Mama gets neck pain. So they don't come to work. At the end of work, you're not ready to. Everybody is precept by precept. It doesn't work out like that. And that's why you see a lot of clothes out there. You see them when you look at it, you ask, is this thing, was it made by a designer or a carpenter? Should this person wear this clothes? These young people, we need to reorient. How can I say? There has to be a reorientation, but it's not just that. We might be too slow, like they say, but if you don't really work hard, even as a carpenter.
What I find painful is that we are complaining that there are no jobs. And
there are jobs.
There are jobs, but people don't.
You have to be way ahead. What we need to do is to pull there. You know how you work. Midnight you're working. You're right. You won't have a problem. But the problem, people are saying there's no job. It's not that there's no job. There's job. People are looking for good tailors all over. Workman, that whoever the person is, machinist, will try and steal into your ideas. Run away with your. They might even be working. Also, please go to a school where you can get the basic knowledge of what you want to do. If you know you want to do all this, but please focus on that thing. That if they wake me up midnight, I'm ready. I want to do it. Then look for somebody you can work with, so that you can grow. Have somebody. You have to surrender yourself, person. But don't be there to steal from that person today, and they go down killing the business, and they're getting salary business of that person. Wow. There are jobs to be done. There are jobs all over the places. In particular, I was one of the guys, that drives me, job, there's no job. And he said, Auntie, the man works really a place to drop pump, to change the tire, looking at him, just there. And the minute he finished putting the new tire in the car, the young at him, and he just, let me help you, sir.
We don't want to serve.
A lot of people, but I still believe that a lot of people.
Fantastic. The fashion. Would you tell us?
There was a time we did the awareness work, and we took Fadan to the I got a lot of designers all over. We all came together from Calabar, from Port Harcourt, from Delta, from Kaduna, from Kano. We all came together, and we were asking. We were also manufacturing plants, River State, West Baby, to coordinate with the export industry, whereby the 1 billion fashion loan, was assigned to the fashion industry. Quite a bit. We had exhibition. We're also linked with the National Technical Board. We assess polytechnics. At least I've been able to assess, a couple of polytechnics, the Federal Polytechnic, I think Ogwachuku, and then one of the people that built the curriculum for the Almajiris in Kano. So
but yes, I'll let you speak to that. What were the major challenges?
I wish the government can respond more. At least let all the designers. We have to collaborate. We have to come together. It's only when we collaborate and come together, and then the government can. People are like, oh, the young people. We all have. How can I say it? Seriously. We feel
things, yeah.
That's the problem we have.
Of people, tailor, maybe so they use almost
we're quite. It's people come anywhere. Everything we see, we're inspired by. You're adding one little bit, one thing there, that other thing there. Anything that has never been done before. I can handle some people copy it. I'm happy with 4 5. I've gone to broad.
Buy the original song, make your own little
song. And then you make your own, and then you go. We all have to be. We all have to live now. Life. We all have to live. Everybody. We all. One person. Life is not just about a few people. It's about all of us. God gave all of us breath. And we have to develop what God has given us. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. You understand around, like, where did you get the idea from?
New president last Sunday, would you be able? You see, because we need people like you who have been in the private sector, so you've distinguished yourself, culture and tourism. There is no reason why we can't have that. Fashion is so key. I don't know of anybody who will not wear a dress.
Even the dead man, even the madman on the.
If you are there, then participate. So much talent everywhere. There is no reason why we should.
It's about selection. You have to have a godfather.
That's all.
When we get
you, I think
thank you.
You are able to come up. Thank you so much. I can.
ṣùgbọ́n lọ́gán tó dé olùgbàlà ayé ẹlẹ́jọ́ ayé tó ti dàrú tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ o lọ́gán tí ó dé ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́nìyàn ti fi ṣàlùfàní rẹ̀ lọ́gán sí ọlọ́gán tí ó dé àní lọ́gán tí ó jẹ́ àní tí ó dé olùgbàlà. Ayé lọ́gbẹ́ wá ṣẹ̀dá láyé ilé tó. Àní lọ́gbọ́n tí ó dé ọlọ́run o. Ìṣòro ló bá rántí mi sílẹ̀. Ẹ̀dá ọ̀tún lọ́rọ̀ mi. Ayé mi ilé tó. Lọ́gbọ́n tí ó dé Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you.